The winner of today's huge fluffy cat is Deluxe Legacy. Thank you for watching and commenting on all of the videos. And if you guys watching today's episode want a chance at a free huge pet, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below with your Roblox name. I'm gonna be teaching you guys every single best loadout possible currently in Pet Sim 99. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? My name is Dfield and welcome back to another episode of Pet Simulator 99 here on Roblox. We're back on 99, and in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys every single best possible enchant loadout that you could possibly need currently in the game. We'll be starting out with a couple of the free-to-play enchants and then work our way up into the best enchant loadout possible. If you guys end up learning something new today, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. But in the background, I am going to be farming as I always do. We are still about 30,000 pinatas left on my alt account, so we're just going to continually be farming over here because we do not want to lose out on any time while we explain everything. A quick little update to yesterday's video as well. We had about 11 or 12,000 tech keys yesterday, so you guys can see with about 8,000 tech keys last night, we got pretty lucky and ended up with another 5 or 6 added cyber agonies from yesterday's video. A couple more keys to go, a nice little small collection we've got going on there. Not entirely sure if we're gonna end up trading these away for something or maybe just giving them away to you guys, so don't forget to leave your comments down below. But let's go ahead and begin today's enchant loadout walkthrough. Like I did say, I am going to be teaching you guys every single possible best current loadout right now. In the future, we'll probably release some more videos depending on the type of enchant loadouts that they do release. But first things first, we're going to start off with the most pay to win, the highest level enchant setup that you guys could possibly use. Now, this setup is going to be mainly towards the end game players, those people who can kind of afford or already have a whole full team of huges. So in the best loadout possible, you are going to be using one chest mimic, one boss lucky block, the super magnet, the very brand new mini chest fortune, 2 of the boss chest mimics, 2 of the treasure hunter 9s, and 1 diamonds 9 to kind of cap off the rest of your actual build. Now, the one main thing that I would really change here, if you guys really had the means to do so, is maybe change out the mini chest fortune for another chest mimic. I know a lot of endgame players choose to run the 2 chest mimics, but it does end up being a little bit expensive running 2 of them. So this is a good little alternative. Now, as a quick reminder before we get into the rest of the setups, guys, do not forget, all right? Make sure you guys are using all of the fruits as well as the boosted potions while you guys are using these enchanted book setups, because without the potions and without the fruits, you guys are probably not going to be able to reach the percentage caps and obviously utilize the most out of your enchant slots. Now, with the best enchant setup out of the way, most of you endgame players already know about this. Like I said, the one main thing I would probably only change about this exact setup is maybe get another chest mimic book to make it 2. This exact setup here does farm a good amount of cores and event items as well, for you guys who are wondering. Now, moving on further into our enchanted loadouts list, this is going to be a little bit more towards the free-to-play players, all right? Some of you guys who might be watching, this is going to be the enchant loadout that you guys want to start with. Now, if you do not have these premium enchant slots, just ignore the bottom 3, okay? I try to organize it with the top portion in mind for the free-to-play players, and then if you happen to have these extra enchant slots, add in those bottom 3 books that I have over there, all right? So to start off, for all of you mainly free-to-play players, maybe working your way up, this is your end game loadout that you guys want to end up with while you are farming in the last area. Obviously, if you guys are just starting out, you guys are not going to be able to afford super magnets, so downgrade it to a magnet 3. Literally, it only costs you 13 gems, not even that expensive at all. Downgrade all the books that you guys might need to in this actual setup. So if you guys can't afford the criticals 9, go down to criticals 4 or 5, and that should still work pretty nicely for your level. And obviously, as soon as you can afford all of the higher enchants, it makes it a little bit better and kind of feels good to slowly upgrade your enchants all the way up. Now, for the free-to-play loadout, a little bit more of an in-depth look, we're going to be using a super magnet or a magnet 3, whatever you can afford, 1 treasure hunter book and 1 diamonds book. So these 2 are only going to be the slots that are obviously going to be helping you farm a lot better with the item drops. And then we're going to pair those up with a criticals and a strong pets book. The reason why I would recommend recommend this for the more free-to-play and newer players is because most of the time, a lot of you guys won't really have a full team of 99 huges in order to insta-break all of these breakables in the last area. So those two books themselves really does help out, and overall will help you farm a lot faster to get to the later stages. Now, clearly, guys, the most expensive book in the free-to-play layout is the Chest Mimic book. The Chest Mimic book is the #1 book for most farming setups, and I will be basically using it in all of these. If you guys don't have enough to actually afford a Chest Mimic book, you guys can replace this with maybe a bossed Chest Mimic book, and then if you guys still can't afford that, maybe just rock another Treasure Hunter book for the meantime until you're able to farm up enough items to sell in order to afford the actual Chest Mimic books themselves. All right, I know it's a little bit of a handful. If you guys need to rewind the video and kind of look back as to the reasoning as to all this, make sure you guys do so. Now, like I mentioned, these 3 premium enchant slots are not necessary, but they really do help in reaching those sort of boost cap percentages that you guys might have heard of. 2 diamonds books and 2 treasure hunter books are basically what you guys are going to need in most setups. If you guys are just starting to farm, just keep that in mind. I know I'm giving you guys a lot of information, so if you need to rewind the video, please do so. Now, a lot of people always wondered what I end up using during update Saturdays in order to farm to the last area the quickest, and basically I'll just throw on about 4 coins books, a bunch of criticals books to kind of help out my pet's damage, and I rush to the last area as fast as possible. This exact book layout right here basically gets me to the last area within 10 or 15 minutes as soon as an update drops, so I would highly recommend using some sort of layout like this if you guys are trying to coin farm. Now, loadout number 4. Some of you guys might not even know what the heck I am using right here, but this layout is for the treasure hideout. So super magnet book is 100% a necessity, so you guys can basically AFK inside the treasure hideout. And I'm also going to be using the brand new shiny Supercharge book. You guys all know that I have my shiny Popcats, and this book in itself is worth it inside the treasure hideout to break the breakables even quicker. I decided to go with 2 diamonds, 2 criticals, and 2 treasure hunter books to cap off my entire treasure hunter loadout. I would strongly recommend that you guys give this a try because you guys will be able to farm a lot of these actual cores in the treasure hideout with this exact setup. Now, last but not least, for those of you guys who are still interested in doing the chest rush minigame, I've had a lot of success using this exact setup. 1 super magnet, a super lightning book for the tapping of the chest rush, 2 tap powers, 2 criticals, and then 3 chest breaker books to top it all off. Not a lot of players are doing the chest rush minigame, but I do know that some endgame players are still trying to challenge themselves to get further and further in this actual minigame. So hey, if you guys want to give the chest rush a try, this is the current setup that my team is rocking, and I can get to about room number 150 right now. All right, guys, with all that being said, I hope you learned something completely new. I tried to give you guys a little bit of a setup for every single possible scenario out there. While I'm AFK hatching, I am still rocking the best setup possible, which is my loadout number 1 that I showed you guys at the start of the video. So remember, a quick recap of the best loadout in the current game: 1 chest mimic, 1 boss lucky block, 1 super magnet, 1 mini chest fortune, 2 boss chest mimics, 2 treasure hunters, and 1 diamonds. If I had to change one thing about this, I would maybe exchange the mini chest fortune for 1 more chest mimic, but honestly, it's still a phenomenal setup, netting me millions and millions of diamonds every single day. Hopefully you guys learned something new today. My name is Dfield. We'll see you guys again very soon for another daily Roblox video. Have a fantastic day. Peace.